that is moment distribution method. Uh, the, this method was introduced by Professor Hardy Cross. From the University of Illinois. In 1930. Now, this method is used to analyze statically indeterminate beams. Indeterminate beams and frames. Okay, the method is simple and fairly accurate. Compared to tedious exact methods. Okay. So in this method, we do iterative redistribution until desired accuracy is reached. Or desired accuracy is achieved. So, please let us go through the basic theory. Consider a case of drop cantilever beam. So consider a prop cantilever beam AB as shown in figure. Which is fixed at A and propped at B. This is A, this is B, and let it be subjected to some moment at B, M. Now because of this moment, this beam will deflect it will deflect like this. Now let us assume that clockwise is positive, sign convention. So let the reaction at B be RB, RB be the reaction at B, and the moment reaction at A be MA. Now consider any section XX at a distance x from B. So the moment at this section XX will be mx will be equal to minus RB into x plus m. Okay, that is the moment at section XX. Now we know that EI d square y by dx square equals to minus mx. This is your bending moment equation. Okay. Now let the slope produced here be theta b. So we can write here as EI d square y by dx square equals to this RB into x minus m. Okay. So mark this as number 1. Now integrating this equation 1, we get EI dy by dx equals to RB times x square by 2 minus mx plus C1, mark this as number 2. Now again integrating equation 2, again integrating equation 2, we get EI into y equals to RB, this is RB, RB times x cube by 6 minus m x square by 2 plus C1 into x plus C2. Mark this as equation number 3. Now we apply the boundary conditions. So the first boundary condition is at x equals to L, dy by dx, which is nothing but the slope, that is x equals to L, which is equal to the slope at A is equal to 0. Okay, when the value of this x is equals to L, where L is the length of the beam, then the slope at this be theta A, which is equal to 0. So here theta A is equal to 0, even delta A is equal to 0. So this theta A is equal to 0. So from equation number 2, so equation 2 implies this EI into dy by dx, that will be equal to theta A equals to 0. So 0 equals to RB into x means here L, L square by 2, this equation, minus m into L plus C1. So you will get the value of C1 as ml minus RB L square by 2. Minus RB times L square by 2 plus ml. Now we apply the second boundary condition. Since we have two unknowns C1 and C2, we have to apply two boundary conditions to get these unknowns. Second boundary condition is at x equals to 0, at x equals to 0, the deflection y is equal to delta B, which is equal to 0. Okay, here when x is equals to 0, because it is restrained, this delta B is 0. Okay, so at x equals to 0, delta B is 0. Okay, so this implies equation 3 implies 0, that is ei into y, this term will be 0, equals to rb times 0 cube minus this term will be 0 and even this term will be 0 minus m into 0 square plus c1 into 0 plus c2. So this implies c2 is equal to 0. So from substituting these values of c1 and c2, substituting c1 and c2 in equation 3, we get ei into y equals to rb times x cube by 6 minus m x square by 2 plus this c1 into x, that is ml minus rb into l square by 2 whole multiplied by x. This is the equation. Mark this as equation number 4. Now we want to find the value of this rb. So let us apply another boundary condition, that is at x equals to L. That means when x is equals to L, this delta A is 0. So deflection at A is 0. At x equals to L, y x equals to L delta A, which is equal to 0. Okay, so we can write, so equation number 4 implies 0 equals to rb into L cube by 6 minus m L square by 2 plus ml minus rb times L square by 2 whole multiplied by L. So you can take the terms containing rb on one side and these terms on the other side. So we will have therefore 0 or simply rb into, let us take rb on the left side, so rb into L cube by 2 minus L cube by 6 equals to ml square minus ml square by 2. So you will have rb times this value will be L cube by 3 equals to m L square by 2. So you will get, therefore RB is equals to m 3m by 2l. This is the reaction RB. So you get the value of RB equals 3m by 2l. Okay. Now you can find the other unknowns like MA. So taking moment at A, we'll have we are taking clockwise as positive, so MA plus M minus RB into L. So taking moment at A, so we'll have minus 3m by 2l into L plus M, and this will be equal to your MA. So plus MA equal to 0. So this implies MA is equals to, this gets cancelled. You will have 1 minus 3 by 2, so that is m by 2. MA is equals to m by 2. So this value comes out to be m by 2. So what does it mean? When the moment m is applied at B, the moment induced at the far end, which is fixed, will be half of the moment applied, that is m by 2. Okay, so we can say, so we can conclude that we can conclude that when moment m is applied, m is applied at B, which is the near end, that is near end, then the moment induced at A, that is the far end, is half the applied moment. Okay, that is m by 2. This is the case when far end is fixed. The moment at induced at A is half the applied moment and is of the same sense or order and is of the same sense. Means if we have applied a moment, clockwise moment at B, the moment induced at the far end will also be clockwise but half of it. If the moment applied at B is anti-clockwise, so the moment induced at A will be half of the moment applied at B and in anti-clockwise direction. And is the same and is of the same sense as that of applied moment. So simply, if I have a fixed beam which is fixed at one end, and if moment m is applied at the near end, this is the near end, this is far end, here far end is fixed, okay. So the moment induced at the far end will be half of this moment. So we can write far end moment is equal to half the applied moment at near end by 2. But this is the case of far end fixed. Case is far end fixed. Now, from equation number 2, we have EI dy by dx equals to RB x square by 2 minus mx m into x plus ml minus RB into L square by 2. Okay, this is this equation. equation number 2, we are substituting the value of C1. The value of C1 is minus RB L square by 2 plus ML. So same is substituted here. Mark this as equation number 5. So at x equals to 0, this dy by dx at x equals to 0 will be equal to theta b. Okay, means when x is equals to 0, this x is 0, so this is the direction of the x. So when x equals to 0, here the slope is theta b, and slope is nothing but dy by dx. So we can from equation number 5 we can write ei theta b is equal to this ml minus RB times L square by 2. Now what is RB? RB is 3m by 2L. So ml minus 3m by 2L multiplied by L square by 2. So you will get ml minus this L gets cancelled, so it will be ml by ml minus 3m by 4 ml by, so you will get ei theta b equals to ml by 4 so from this we can write m is equal to 4 ei theta b by L. Okay, now for unit rotation, that is theta b equals to 1, we need to apply m is equals to 4 ei by L. Okay, now what is the stiffness? Stiffness is the action required for unit deformation or unit displacement. Okay, stiffness is the action required for unit displacement. Now this action can be a force. In terms of force, it will be force required for unit deformation, and if action if it is in terms of moment, then it is moment required for unit rotation. So which can be stiffness, simply this implies we can say stiffness is equals to force upon deflection, or stiffness is equals to moment upon rotation. So here we are finding the stiffness in terms of moment, or so we can say K is equals to m by theta. So here it will be 4 EI by L. So this is the formula for stiffness when far end is fixed. Okay, when the far end is fixed, the stiffness is given by 4 EI by L. So if we summarize this case, when far end is fixed, when far end is fixed, the moment at far end MA is equal to m by 2. Okay, the moment to be applied at B to produce rotation of theta B is given by 4 EI theta B by L, and the stiffness is given by 4 EI by L. Okay, so this is the summary of this case. Now let us take another case when it is a simply supported beam. Case 2. The first case was prop cantilever beam subjected to moment m at B. Okay, now the second case is simply freely supported beam AB or simply supported AB. AB subjected to moment m at B. Now consider a simply supported beam AB just drawing the reaction. A, this is B. So this is the case when parent is int or parent is simple. Okay, and this was the case when the parent is fixed. This is the parent. This is the case of parent fixed. Now let us apply a moment M at B, same as earlier. Now when this moment M is applied, then there will be the reaction at A and B will be this moment tries to rotate the beam in clockwise direction, so this reactions will be in anti-clockwise direction. This will be anti-clockwise shear. So RP, let RP be the reaction at B, and let RA be the reaction at A. So this will be up and this will be down. So it will be M by L and this will be minus M by L, where L is the length of the member. Now when this moment is applied, this will hog the member. So let here be theta A, this be theta B. Now we know that here in this case the delta A will be 0 and here also delta B will be 0. Now same as earlier, let us consider a section XX which is at a distance of x from B. So the moment at this section Mx will be equal to minus RB into x plus M. Now what is RB? RB is M by L, so minus M x by L plus M. So now same as earlier, we know that Mx is equal to minus EI d square y by dx square. So we can write EI d square y by dx square equals to Mx, this value Mx is M times x by L minus M. Okay, mark this as equation number 6. or let us start from the beginning here. This will be another, mark this as equation number 1. Now integrating this equation 1, integrating equation 1, we get ei d square y by dx square equals to dy by dx. We are integrating this, so ei dy by dx is equals to m x square by 2l minus mx plus c1. Now this is equation number 2. Again integrating equation number 2. Again integrating equation 2, we get ei. Now this time integration of dy by dx will be y equals to m x cube by 6l minus m x square by 2 plus c1x plus c2. Now this is equation number 3. Now we apply the boundary conditions. So the boundary condition, first boundary condition will be at x equals to 0, y at x equals to 0 will be, when x is equals to 0, the y is the deflection. So deflection at b, that will be delta b, which is equals to 0. Y is equals to delta b and which is 0. So this implies, so from equation 3 we get when y is equals to 0, it will be this is 0 0 0, so we will get c2 as 0. This implies c2 as 0. Now we apply the second boundary condition, that is at x equals to l, y x equals to l will be how much? When x is equals to l, when this x will be equals to l, the y will be delta a. Deflection at a will be delta a, which is equals to 0. So this is delta a, which is equal to 0. So again equation 3, from equation 3 we get 0 is equals to m l cube by 6l minus m l square by 2 plus c1 into l plus 0. So you will get c1 is equals to ml square by 6, it will be ml by 3, ml by 3. So we can write this equation equation number 3 as, so equation 3 implies ei y equals to m x cubed by 6l m x cubed by 6l minus m x square by 2 plus c1 is ml by 3 into x plus c2 is 0. c2 is 0. So mark this as equation number 4. Now at x equals to 0, x equals to 0, at x equals to 0, this slope, and it means theta b, that is dy by dx. So at x equals to 0, dy by dx at x equals to 0 is equals to theta b. So the equation number 2, which is this equation 2 implies ei theta b is equals to mx square by 2l mx square by 2l minus mx plus c1, where c1 is ml by 3 minus mx plus ml by 3. Now substitute the value of x equals to 0, so you will get this term will be 0, this term will be 0, so you will get m, or which is equals to m by 12 into 0 minus m into 0 plus m l by 3. So simply you will get ei theta b is equals to ml by 3. Okay, so this implies m is equals to ei theta b 3 ei theta b by l. So for unit rotation, that is theta b equals to 1, we need to apply m equals to, we need to apply moment m equals to 3 ei by l. So you can say, as earlier, the stiffness, which is the moment required for unit rotation, this implies k is equals to 3 ei by l. So we conclude that when far end is simple or hinge, the stiffness is given by 3 by L and the moment and the current moment and A is equals to 0. Okay. So simply you can say when in nutshell we can make a table when moment m is applied is applied at near end and moment is applied at near end. What is the current moment? When the current is fixed, we consider two cases: current fixed and current simple. Stiffness of member K is equals to, for this case it is 4EI by L, for this case it is 3I by L. Okay. Second thing, the current moment we call this as m dash. So current moment will be m dash will be equal to m by 2, and here in this case m dash will be 0. Okay, so we stop here, and in the next class we'll go through other terminologies in this topic, other terminologies related to this topic, such as carryover factor, carryover moment. All this we will cover, distribution factors and all that we'll cover in the next class. So if you have any doubt here, we can discuss now. Any doubt in this? Okay, so a lecture 1 or 2 will be there, and then we'll start with the numerical examples related to this topic.